Hey guys, YouTube here and welcome back to another FIFA 17 Ultimate Team video. Today I'm going to show you guys the best no-risk investments that you can make for next weekend's marquee matchup squad builder challenge. It's probably going to come out next Friday at 8 PM and you do want to see your players in the couple of hours following on from the release of the squad builder challenge. A lot of people always ask me on my videos, when do you sell your investments? And yeah, I always sell mine an hour or so after the squad builder challenge has been released. That's when prices are normally at their highest, as there's a lot of hype around the squad builder challenge with people going out to complete them. Now for this week we've got so many games, by far the most games I've had in a prediction before, and there are a lot of different players who could potentially be needed, but I'm going to narrow it down to the no risk investments that you can pick up. Some of these are going to be slightly riskier than others, but I've still got a few really good no risk investments that you can pick up that are going to cover a lot of different options and have a great chance of making some good profit in the future. So running through the list of different games, this is all from the Marquee Matchups Twitter. I'll leave a link down below to them. They're so useful for these type of videos here, so massive shout out to the work that they do on Twitter. Really helpful for these type of videos. We've got Manchester City against Tottenham, that's a definite in my opinion, huge game right there. Bordeaux against Toulouse, Villarreal against Valencia, and Twente against Heracles, that's in the Eredivisie. Then we've got Millwall victory against Sydney FC, Atletico Bilbao against Atletico Madrid, we've got Braga against Vitória de Guimarães there in the Portuguese league, we've got Standard Liège against Club Brugge in Belgium, QPR against Fulham, Fenerbahce against Istanbul BB, we've got Kortrijk versus Zulsa Waregem, we've got RB Leipzig against Eintracht Frankfurt, EA Gangon against Stade Rennais, we've got Bastia against Nice, we've got Juventus against Lazio, Milan against Napoli, Tigres against America, we've got Barnsley against Leeds, PSV versus Heineveeren, we've got Norwich City against Wolves, and finally Lyon against Marseille. Now we've got a ton of different games there. Obviously you're not going to be investing for all of them, you're only going to be investing a couple of different leagues really, because that's what you want to get. You want to get players that cover a lot of these options. So firstly, if we look at these, there are a lot of players from the French league and from the Serie A, so we can invest in players from those leagues, and no matter kind of when you're investing in these, if you invest in these cards now, you'll be able to sell them in the future if they're not included here, because normally there's going to be a squad builder challenge from Ligue 1 or from the Serie A at one point during the next couple of weeks, so you should definitely be able to make coins selling these in the future, even if they're not included for this one. But yeah, it's worth just picking them up right now. So what you want to do is go and get just some really cheap cards. You want to focus on the actual league rather than the teams, as the teams normally have their prices already driven up quite a lot. So if we head over to the Calcio right here, you want to just go down, put a really low buy now, like 400 or 500 coins. You can get a few rare cards really cheaply, but what I'd recommend doing is just getting like the cheapest cards you can. So if you can get cards for like 350 coins on bid, or if you can just get cards really cheaply for like 400 coins on buy now, you'll definitely be able to make some good coins. So I mean, we've got players like Juan Jesus right here. All these cards here, I mean, you can get them on buy now, you can get them on bid. You're going to be getting them normally for about 400 coins anyway, so it's up to you. You can still get cards though for like 350 coins. All you want to do is just go through bidding on these cards. It really is as easy as that. You do have other people trying to pick these cards up on bid, so if you do just want to go up to maybe the 5th or 6th page, then you'll be able to get some 350 coin bids on these players, and it's so easy. Just go through bidding on all of the cards that you can see for like 400 or maybe 350 coins, maybe a little bit more expensive, maybe on PlayStation, I'm not too sure, but yeah, it really is pretty easy. Just go through bidding on a load of players, and it doesn't really matter what you do. I mean, you can get players from different nationalities and some Italians. Just bid on everyone really, and then if you need Italians, it's going to drive their price up if they are needed, and then if you need maybe 11 different nationalities, you've got that option covered too. So just go and bid on just loads and loads of these cards, and you should be good. You've got a whole load of investments if any games in the Calcio 8 are included, and if they're not, you can sell them on next week. Also, we do have some games in Ligue 1, and you want to do exactly the same right there. Just go to Ligue 1, maximum price 350, and go through just bidding on all these cards there. Again, go with the French route, go down the different nationalities as well, just get a mixture of both of those, and just spam bids on all these cards there, and you should definitely be looking good and making some good profit. And again, with the other investments I just made, if they're not included in the next marquee matchups coming up on Thursday, you're just going to be able to sell them on and make some good coins, hopefully, in the weeks after that, because there's definitely going to be more squad builder challenges that need players from these leagues. And yeah, just go through bidding on these cards. I mean, it depends kind of what you want to get them for. You can just get them on buy now for 400 coins if you want, but sometimes people will outbid you, so it's really up to you what you want to do. You can get quite a few though for 350 coins if you do bid on them. But there you go, just go through bidding on a load of these cards. It really is very easy, and then you can just sell them on in the future. Also, Manchester City against Tottenham. This one right here, I'd personally go and get a few players from both the teams. Man City and Tottenham obviously have pretty expensive players, being two top teams. But if you get some of their cheaper cards, I mean, you can get people like Willy Caballero, people like Delph. Those type of cards there really cheaply. And one I would recommend getting is maybe a cheap rare card. So you get maybe Jesus Navas, you get Fernando, you could get Eric Dyer. Get some players like that. So there we go. We've put a few buy now deals on there. We've just got them. I mean, you don't even need to bid on these cards. You can just get them nice and quickly like that. So we've got a few Willy Caballeros. That's a good cheap option. You can go and get like Delphi. You can get a few cheaper players like that. Go and get maybe John Stones too. And also, if you look at the two teams, you only really have one striker who's any good from these teams who's cheap. I mean, you've got Ian Acho, he's 74 rated, he's a silver, and he still goes for like 9k or so. And then if you look at Tottenham, you've got Harry Kane, he's quite a bit, obviously, Aguero at City. And Janssen is pretty much the only kind of affordable option who's like not just a random bronze player. So I think he's called Vincent Janssen, yeah, he is. He's just an amazing investment. You can make 500 coins, and his price could easily go to like maybe 2,000 coins or so if he is potentially needed, as he's the only striker you can really get from either team that's at all affordable. So yeah, if you can get him for any price under like 700-800 coins, because his price may go up after this video, I mean, I definitely recommend it. I'm gonna just buy a load of him right now. I'll get 5 just here. So I've got, I think 7 or maybe 6 or 8. I'm not sure. I've got a load of Janssens though now invested in right here. And yeah, he's definitely a decent investment to go and pick up. One I would recommend. Just look for certain positions that don't have many players in from either team, and you should be good. You can get some good investments, so maybe get some attacking midfielders from Tottenham, as the Manchester City ones are pretty expensive. If we can get, where's Kevin? No, not Will. I think it's double M. Kevin Wimmer, is it double M? Yeah, there we go. If you can get him like 550 coins, just get all of these ones there. That should be some nice profit I can potentially make on them, so I'll just pick them up right here, and then I'm going to send them to the transfer list. I mean, I'm just getting loads of really, really cheap cards, and these ones there will definitely go up. And then again, we do have just more players you can go with. There are lots of different options, but also I would recommend getting players from the Premier League, so you can either, again, get these on buy now or on bid for like 350 coins. You often get cards coming up for 350, you can either try and snipe them, you can get them on bid, or you can just go 400 coins and pick up a few of these cards there. And yeah, you can also just bid on them. That's probably the easiest thing to do. I mean, just put like a 400 coin bid on all of these cards there, and you should be good. I mean, you're getting cards really, really cheaply, really easily, and you should definitely be able to hopefully pick them up. And then you can sell these cards for a nice amount of profit, normally like a couple of hundred coins on every card you're picking up, and you're getting a really good amount of them. So yeah, just spam bids on all these cards there. Tom Cleverley's actually had a position change right there, I think. But yeah, just spam bids on these type of cards here, and you should be good. You can sell them on in the future and make some good profit right there. So definitely some good ones to pick up there. And also we've got some specific games where there are some good investments to make. So we do also have 20 against Heracles. That's one I think could definitely be included. So you can go and get a few just silver players from both of those teams. It's not too complicated there. I actually have a full transfer target, so I'm just going to quickly send some items to my transfer list. Which I have ended up picking up. I'll just remove some of those ones there. So as you see, I have actually gone and picked up a whole load of cards here. The Saudi League players, they're actually investments for a future video, which I will be doing quite soon. So yeah, you don't want to go and get any Saudi League players right now. But also, Eredivisie players, we go over here. Just get a couple of players from teams that are likely to be included. So for example, Heracles against Twente. If we find both those teams there, Twente. Just get like some really cheap players from these teams, like gold cards. I think they've got a couple. Do they even have a gold player? Do they actually have gold players? No, they don't. Twente don't actually have any gold players, but you can get some really cheap silvers from a team like Twente right here. You can just get some of the cheaper silvers they have for maybe like 500 coins or so, and you should be good. Just get a couple of these cards. You don't need to get too many. You don't want to go overboard, because they're not like 100% guaranteed to be included, like the Man City versus Tottenham one. That one there is just extremely likely. But if you get cards like this, you're just covering options. I mean, you're getting them really cheaply. You may lose a couple of hundred coins if they're not included, but if this game is included, they're going to go up massively to probably like 3,000-4,000 coins, and you can make some great profit on them. So that's what I'm doing right here. They already sell for a bit because of the Squad Challenge to get De Jong his blue card. So there are a few people who'll be buying those cards for that. So their prices aren't going to drop massively, and if you get them right now, you should be good. You should be able to make some good profit if they do get included. And also we do have Heracles, wherever they are. Whereabouts is Heracles? I don't actually know where they are. There we go. Heracles Almemo. Here we go. And again, just get cheap cards from both of these teams, and you can just get a couple. You don't need to go overboard, as said. Just get a few of each. We've got a centre mid, we've got some Dutch players, we've got some foreign players too. We've got a right winger. We've got just different positions, different players, and we've got just a few different players to get. So nice and easy investments. Send all of them to the club, and we should be good. We also do have a couple of games in. That's a good deal there. I'll just pick them up right now. We do have that game, Melbourne victory against Sydney FC. Those are good investments because also I think there's going to be a squad with a challenge, as they've done with lots of different leagues, where you get like the top scorer of that league have a squad with a challenge card. So we've had Lacazette, Jonas, Giovinco. I think they'll do one for Bruno Fornaroli in this league here, which would make these really good investments anyway. But what you need to do is just go to silver and just mass bid on all these cards there for 150 coins, and just get players from the Australian League, and their prices will go up. All you need to do is this. It covers that Melbourne victory against Sydney FC game. Any game in Australia, these silver cards will go up if they're included in the marquee matchup, so you can just sell them in the future if they are needed. And also I think there's going to be a squad builder challenge for this league coming out in a few days. I don't know it's going to be this league, but it's a good one they could potentially put in. They're running low of leagues, and unless they put in like one for Harry Kane, he was the top scorer. If they put a massive one for like Harry Kane, or like for Suarez, or for I think Lewandowski, was he the top scorer in the Bundesliga, or Higuain, massive ones like that. They're unlikely. I think they may do a few of them, but they're also probably going to do a slightly lower budget one, so maybe Hyundai A-League, and it's just a good potential investment for that. And also we've got QPR against Fulham, and we've got Barnsley against Leeds. Barnsley against Leeds is a Leeds and Barnsley are both in Yorkshire, so it's a Yorkshire derby there. And we also do have that other game, QPR against Fulham, which is a London derby. And for this, you just want to go to Championship and get some cards for 400 coins, for 350. It's really, really easy. My transfer target is full right now. I've already got a load of these as investments anyway. But yeah, just go and bid like 350 coins on loads and loads of players from the Championship. That covers those two games, and lots of games in the future you can potentially sell them on for as well. But the Ligue 1 ones are definitely good because we've got Bastia against Nice, we've got EA Guingamp against Stade Rennais, we've got Bordeaux against Toulouse. Loads and loads of games that could potentially be included there, as well as Lyon against Marseille. Also Norwich against Wolves, that's another game that's in the Championship, so those Championship investments are good. PSV against Heerenveen, they're also in the Eredivisie, so there's potential Eredivisie players you could get earlier. Do also help for that. You can go and just get some really cheap goals from the Eredivisie as another investment like this. Just go and get some of these cards here, and that's also a really good investment you can do. And yeah, that pretty much covers it. We've got Milan against Napoli. We've got a couple of other games in the Serie A, which do also help with getting the Serie A investment, so you're covering that route there. There are a few that haven't been covered. There's one game in the Bundesliga. It's not a huge game, don't think that'll be included. We do have Tigres against America, and that is a really big game though. I think that could potentially be included, and that is in. Is that in the Mexican League? I think that's in the Mexican League, yeah. Just get this one here really easy. Just get some cheap 400 coin gold cards from America, and get some cheap 400 coin cards from Tigres. These are like the two biggest teams, I think, in or the two best teams anyway. The two best teams right now in the Mexican League. So yeah, you can just get some cheap like 400, 450 coin cards from both teams. You can get a few kind of like rare cards if you want. You can get some really cheap silvers. I mean, I don't know how cheap the silvers are from these teams. Probably not too cheaper than the golds, but yeah, you can get a few from there. But that basically covers everything. You cover the Championship, you cover Ligue 1, you cover the Eredivisie, you cover the Premier League, and you cover the Calcio or Serie A, whatever you want to call it really. So you've covered all of those leagues. Then go and get a few kind of specific investments. You can cover the Tigres against America one, and you can cover the couple of games in the Eredivisie as well. You'd also have Villarreal against Valencia, and also Atletico Bilbao against Atletico Madrid. So you could always go and get a few players from the Liga Santander. That's also a decent one. And again, you just want to go to gold. You want to put the maximum buy now to like 400 or 500 coins. And you can just go and get a load of these cards for like 400 coins. You can get them on bid for 300. It's really good just to pick up a load of these cards. Even if they're not included this week, they'll be included in the near future, and you'll be able to make coins there anyway. So these are the best no risk investments. You could easily double or triple your coins by getting these cards. I'm going to be putting about 100,000 coins into my investments for the marquee matchups, as I do every week, and normally I definitely make myself some good profit. I mean, I've never really made less than about 25k from that 100k that I put into it, so I always make coins from it. I definitely recommend you guys doing the same. It gets you just some easy coins. So if you guys did enjoy the video, if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care.